McKellar.
Thank you, Mr Deputy Speaker. Artists across Australia have had to dig into their own savings to continue providing our communities with hope and inspiration when we need it most. One of the greatest casualties of COVID-19 has been our arts industry. Many have been left unemployed with few prospects in the immediate future. The arts sector in Australia is second to none but needs our support. Our country continues to contribute well beyond what many of our peers on the international stage do simply because of our unique heritage, culture and identity. I've had the privilege of meeting many of the talented artists in my electorate. Working in the arts industry is a difficult task, made all the more difficult at present due to the COVID-19, which has seen so many small businesses and livelihoods destroyed. It is clear that JobKeeper and JobSeeker do not adequately engage with the unique nature of the sector or recognise the positive impact that the arts has on us all. We need to do more. Creating a tailor-made package to help the arts sector is critical to supporting hope in Australian communities and local artists across this country who are some of the hardest hit. I'm calling for the emergency assistance that the art industry much-needed boost that need to make it through the pandemic. The measure, I believe, that the Minister for Arts has announced is long overdue, and I strongly encourage artists to take it up. The Australian dream has always been about having the freedom to pursue your conception of what is the good life, regardless of who you are or what your profession is. We cannot allow COVID-19 to put an end to the dreams of aspirational and creative Australians. The government should not be picking winners during a pandemic, and we have not, deciding what industries will survive and which will fail. We have provided support for all industries, but we must also recognise that the creative industries have specific and particular issues that they need to deal with. The long-term impact on the arts sector will already be great, and for many businesses, recovery will be a long road. Nowhere better was this seen than when Sydney's nighttime economy was decimated, affecting many musicians and artists. Supporting the arts industry will disproportionately assist young Australians who are some of the hardest hit from COVID-19. I have great respect for the Australians who pursue a career in the arts. It is frequently a career which demands many personal sacrifices and has unique challenges made all the worse by this pandemic. As a government, our principle is to partner with hard-working and entrepreneurial Australians. It is a sad fact that younger Australians are the hardest hit when this industry starts going under. The effects of this pandemic will be felt for years by some of our youngest and most talented artists. The impact of this may not be known for some time to come. Yet as a government, we have a duty to act, especially when it comes to some of our country's most vulnerable. The arts sector is the beating heart of creativity and unorthodox thinking in our nation. Our message to artists across Australia is simple: we will not abandon you, we are here to help. Urgent work is required to support businesses in the arts sector, from tax cuts to grants, and incentivising Australians to go to their local theatre couldn't be more important. Failing to act in support of our artists and musical talent will only discourage some of our best and brightest from following their passion. I believe that when individuals are empowered to pursue their passion, we all benefit. That is how the Macintosh computer and Microsoft came about, how Australian actors and musicians got started. It is supporting strategic risk-taking and not punishing failure. It is because aspirational Australians are enabled to pursue their dreams that our nation is renowned the world over as a source of global artistic talent. The arts sector has been crying out for our support. Many artists and SMEs have fallen through the cracks. The nature of the arts community is unique, which makes the task of giving the industry a boost sometimes challenging. But we look to support the arts sector not because it is easy, but because it is right. At the end of the day, we can have the greatest economy in the world, but it is all for nothing if our artists are impoverished and the creative soul of our nation is vacant. It is all too easy to overlook certain communities in an attempt to save money in the short term, but this kind of realpolitik makes no sense economically and has no place in this nation. As a government, we understand that there is a desperate need for us to take leadership role in making decisive decisions to help struggling Australians. When the pandemic began, Australians rallied together to help their neighbours, support those in need and go the extra mile.